Hey everyone, I'm here with a first impressions video of another drugstore foundation. So far, my favorite has been the CoverGirl and Olay Tone Rehab Foundation, and I believe I have it in Classic Tan. And then I tried the Maybelline Dream Nude Air Foam in Honey Beige, I believe is the shade, and I'm liking that one as well. The colors are really good. I thought the honey beige was too dark because when you first put it on, it looks too dark, but then it adjusts to your skin. So I decided to try the Revlon Photoready Airbrush, which is another foam foundation, just because I was curious of the difference between this and the Maybelline. First impressions are that I like the Maybelline better. This does not have a wide range of shades, at least at the Walmart that I was at. Now online, I do see more shades available. However, at the Walmart, the darkest shade they had, the one Walmart was 060 Golden Beige. The Walmart that I was at today did have some darker shades, but they looked too dark. And since I wear 330 Natural Tan in the Revlon Color Stay, I figured Golden Beige might just work. So that's the one that I decided to try out. The shade, I don't think the shade's so good for me. I may have to go with a darker shade if I ever decide to try this again. So far, the first impressions of the finish, and I'll show you on my hand, and it is going to look too light. I have it on now. I prefer my foundations a little bit darker than my face for the simple fact that my neck is darker than my face. So I like to match my neck. The CoverGirl and Olay and the Maybelline Dream Air Foam are darker than my face, but they match my neck and they look good blended out. This is the air foam here. First of all, this doesn't really shake up like this isn't the air foam. This is the airbrush makeup, which is a foam as well. You don't shake it up like the Maybelline. It pumps out like this. It's extremely, extremely glittery. It's something that I don't like. The Maybelline is matte. The CoverGirl and Olay, it's luminous. It gives a luminous finish because I think it's for dry skin. It works well on my dry skin. But it still has that clean, semi-matte finish. There's no shimmer in it whatsoever. This is Shimmer Central. And if you like that in a foundation, you will hate this. Now, I'm looking on the website now, on Maybelline's website, and this goes up to the shade Caramel. I believe my Walmarts that I went to today did have up to Caramel. I just happened to get the Golden Beige just because it looked like it might work. I may have to actually try the Rich Ginger or Caramel if I decide to try this. This was around the same price as the Maybelline one at this Walmart. This was $8 and some change. I've seen this for $13.99 at drugstores and on drugstore.com. So the price does vary. Several people, I've watched their reviews and comparisons, and they say that this does cost more than the Maybelline. The shades, there's not a wide range of shades with the Maybelline. There is. Now I'll blend this out. This shade is definitely not for me. I have a hard time finding the shade in a drugstore, but I've been lucky with the CoverGirl and Olay and with that Maybelline. I just happened to choose a shade that worked out. This one is light for me. And I'll show you on my hand. I mean, it blends out. Compare my hands. It does blend out. It gives okay coverage. I still get more coverage with the CoverGirl. My favorite when I want full coverage is the MAC Matchmaster, which I wore to church this morning in 5.0. It's perfect. The Maybelline Dream Nude Air Foam. I like the coverage. A lot of people said it doesn't cover well. I like light coverage, but I think that stuff covers well, especially if you have two pumps. The coverage is pretty good. This one is Shimmer. I'm sure you can't tell with the lighting, but it is Shimmer Fest. I have it on now along with the Maybelline Dream Bouncy Blush. And I don't really know about this blush. I like the color. It's Orchid Hush. I think that's the only thing I like about it is the color. The consistency is very strange. I did not realize this was a cream texture. I thought this was a powder blush whenever I picked it up. And I believe this was $6.44, which is pretty good. This is the texture. And you know what? It's kind of similar to the Dream Mousse blush. And I did like that. It was discontinued, I believe. I think this is what's replacing it. It's kind of a weird texture. I tried using a brush, and the brush kind of messed it all up. That's why it looks sort of strange in here. And it does remind me of that Dream Mousse blush, but I kind of prefer that texture better. This is supposed to be like a cream. I think it's like a cream to powder. It's supposed to have the feel of the cream, but the finish of a powder. I have it on now. It gives a nice baby pink flush. Sort of reminds me of So Sweet and Easy by MAC, which was a creme blend, I believe, which I ended up swapping out because I wanted that bubblegum baby pink, but it washed me out. So far, I like this. I like the color, but the consistency is strange. I would suggest using your fingers because applying it with a standard blush brush, it's going to sort of mess this up a little bit. Let's compare these two. 1 fluid ounce, which is the Color Stay, and this is 1.4 ounces. The Maybelline is 1.6. I actually like the Maybelline because it's more liquidy. You could shake it up. You don't shake this one up. It comes out as a thicker consistency. This kind of reminds me more of the consistency of a liquid foundation, whereas that one is definitely a true mousse, and it's kind of runny at first. Sort of reminds me of a face and body foundation, but the coverage is really good. So far, we'll see how I like this. So far, I think it feels heavier on the skin than the Maybelline, which I'm not really loving. Maybe if I try a different color, I might like it. But first impressions, I would have to give this a C, and that's being nice, just because I don't think the glitter is practical at all, and it's very visible on my hand. You could see it on my face. I've read reviews where people said the glitter is so visible, but that's what I heard about the original Photoready too. It's glitter central, and I just don't think that's practical for the everyday woman, especially to wear to work. Glitter is fine for special occasions or as a highlighter, but as an all-over base, I don't think it's appropriate at all. So that's just some first impressions on this. I know I've only just tried it today, and I will do a follow-up, but so far I like the Maybelline better coverage-wise and finish-wise and texture-wise. So if you've tried either of these or if you have any questions, drop them below and let me know what you think.